Hey friends, James Hayes from developmentaledge.com.au. Today, I'm going to shoot a bit of a different video. Today, I want to share one of the struggles that I've been having over the past 3 months and some of the gold that I've extracted from it, one of the key lessons I've learned. So, here's a bit of a backstory. Me and my wife, past 3 months, we have been fighting and fighting and fighting about this one thing. I'm trying to get my way, she's trying to get her way, it's just going nowhere. And it's one of those situations where it's just almost impossible to find a middle ground. Like, for example, imagine one person wants to have a kid, the other person doesn't want to have a kid. What do? You can't have half a kid. Now, that's not kind of what we're arguing about. We already have one kid, but it's kind of like that. I won't go into the details too much because I want to respect her privacy, but that's the kind of drama. And it's been hard. It's been a struggle the past 3 months. What I want it a lot. What she wants it a lot. We're just backwards and forwards on this thing. We've tried consciously negotiating and still haven't found a solution doing it that way. In our lesser moments, we've tried all the things you shouldn't do. We've tried yelling at each other. We've tried making each other the bad guy. We've tried telling the other person that they should change and giving them all the logical reasons why they should, and that doesn't done anything. And it's just been hard. It's been difficult. It's been frustrating. It's been sad. It's been angry. There's been all kinds of emotions that have been coming up, and we still don't have a solution. Which isn't the point of this video. I was going for a run, thinking about all of this, and I'm just thinking about it, and I'm like, man, this is like one of those impossible scenarios. What do we do? And I didn't come up with a good solution, but what I did realize is, you know what? There's been some good things that have come out of this situation. We've made all of the mistakes you can make in a concentrated period of time where the mistakes, when you make them, they're obvious and they're painful, and you really learn that approach does not work. So, I mean, of course, everyone knows, I know, we all know when you're negotiating with someone, don't make them wrong. Don't raise your voice. Don't do these things. It's not going to help. That's just going to make the other person dig in. And even if you manage to get some um, obedience, like they capitulate, it doesn't last. They resent you. It creates all kinds of other problems. Not a good solution. So we all know that. It's not a revelation. But there's one thing to kind of know it theoretically, and then there's another thing to just have it drilled into your system day in, day out in a real tangible way, because you're confronted with your mistakes. And when you're smart enough to not make those mistakes, you also notice the contrast. So actually, whilst we haven't found a solution, it's been an incredible real life training on how to negotiate, how to consciously negotiate, or at least how to communicate well in your relationship, or how to not communicate well as well. So, so that's been pretty valuable. I've also realized over the 3 months, in the beginning, it was real hard to just hold all the frustration and the anger and the sad and all that stuff, just hold it all without lashing out or without, collapsing my boundaries. That was hard. But 3 months later, it's actually significantly easier. So there's been a lot of progress for both of us on that. I've also learned that, there's certain things that work and there's certain things that don't work. And because of the pain of the things that don't work, I genuinely, in an embodied way, don't want to do those things anymore. So I'm much more committed to being conscious in my communication and healthy in my boundaries, and being more healthy in my approach to my partner's boundaries as well. So whilst we don't yet have a solution to this thing, there's been some gold from the whole thing. There's been some good things. And it's made me realize, you know what, this is almost always true. When there's a hard time, there's some lessons, there's some capability that comes out of it. It's good practice when you're in a situation and there's no clear answers. It's ambiguous, it's uncertain. There's no clear way which way to go forward, but you still need to figure it out. These are the situations that build resilience, that build confidence, that really drum into you what works and what doesn't, whether you find a solution or not. Sometimes, some scenarios that don't work out. I'm sure you've had some failures in your life. I think we all have had some things that just didn't go the way we wanted them to. But I'm willing to bet these are also the moments in your life that taught you the most, helped you become more confident, more capable, more experienced. And I mean, this example for me is no different. So it made me think of this question. What if the whole universe was conspiring your evolution, your growth, and your development? What if some of the challenges that you're facing, inconvenient as they are, there's some lesson for you to learn? I mean, I don't know if that's true. Who knows if that's true? But what a different way of thinking about it. What a more useful, more productive way of thinking about it than simply feeling victimized by the situation. So that's one of the key lessons I wanted to share with you. I hope you take something from this because I don't know what you're struggling with right now, but if you're a human being, I know you're struggling with something. So whether you solve it or not, and I hope you solve it, what is the goal you can extract from this right now? In what way is this making you a better person right now? In what way has the failures and the trials and the tribulations you've experienced in your life, in what way have they made you a better person? I would love to hear. Drop a comment below if you've got some cool things like that to share. I'm sure we'd all love to hear that. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you know someone who could benefit from hearing this today, please go ahead and share. And of course, if you want to hear more from me, hit the subscribe button. That's it from me, folks. Hope you have a good day. Stay hungry and take care until the next one.